Hello, friends. Welcome to yet another episode of with Tea Talk with Owen. That was not a very good start. Anyway, my name is Owen Fernandez, and I wish you a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever in the world you are. I believed we all survived yesterday the outage that took off Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. Today, the 5th of October 2021, our topic for today is episode number 45, How to Let Go. Friends, I live in Europe for almost 2 decades, and slowly we see the summer going away and we see visibly the onset of autumn. Now, I love seasons, and each season has got its own charm. So, I'm sharing with you a small clip here of the beautiful, the way in which the leaves fall off from the trees. Now, believe me, it's a beautiful sight to behold the various color combinations of all the various leaves falling, and 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 it gives us a reminder that in certain seasons, in certain times, and in certain cycles, we need to understand that we need to let go of things. So during autumn, we notice that the trees shed all the dead leaves, which makes room for new and fresh leaves to grow. Now, what am I trying to say here? Letting go creates space for new and fresh beginnings, for new opportunities. It's about the way we need to see things. Now, sometimes you don't feel the weight of something you have been carrying until you feel the weight of its release. And then suddenly you feel, oh wow, what was I carrying for so long? Friends, holding on to the past or to the things that cause pain won't take you anywhere, nor does it fix anything. So let me put this in the center and just remind people who have just joined me about the way the leaves just fall off in this season. It gives us the message that we need not hold to the things of the past. Everything has got its cycles, everything has got its time. Living in the past or replaying the past over and over again makes it difficult for us to let go of the things that we are actually not in control. So instead, why don't we master the art of letting go, which in turn helps us create a sense of self. Now, in this sense, letting go means releasing all the doubts, the pains, the worries, the heartaches, the relationships that have never worked its way out well, the fear about people, situations, and outcomes. I know it's easier said than done, but at some point of time, you need to make that decision. This must go. This must stop. We humans should get into the habit of letting go of things that we are holding and that in fact holds us back. It is about releasing anything that disrupts our happiness and no longer serves us on our journey. Friends, it's a matter of choice. So, in this episode number 45, How to Let Go, I will try to share with you 5 tips that has worked in my favor. As I said, I'm just one among you, and I'm here to just share my experiences in life, the situations where I felt vulnerable, the situations where I felt the need to connect with people, to have mentors, to have coaches, to have guides, to have people who love me for who I am, not what I do. And it's all about sharing. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, take a comfortable seat, relax as we go a bit deeper into this topic. Episode number 45, How to Let Go. So please let me know if you are here for the first time. Let me know through the chat box where you are watching from. I see a good friend of mine, Daniel Bench. Thank you, Daniel, for showing up. And of course, I see Peter Bodaj as usual all the time. Welcome, Peter. Nice to have you on the call. So, friends, let's get started. As usual, I like to start with a quote, and this time it is from my favorite psychiatrist. The person who actually worked a lot, and today's psychology is in fact uh, a lot of the work that he done in the early 1930s. Now, Carl Jung says, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." I repeat, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Friends, let me say this to you at the start of this episode. One of the hardest lessons in life is letting go. I repeat, one of the hardest lessons in life is letting go. Whether it is guilt, whether it is anger, whether it is love, whether it is loss, whether it is betrayal, whether it is disappointment, it's difficult. Change is never easy. We, as human beings, we fight to hold on and we fight to let go. There is a constant tussle. I see a very good friend of mine, Sonia Smith from the US. Welcome, Sonia. It's good to have you on the call. Wonderful, wonderful. I also see a friend of mine from India, Pratik. He says letting go away is the best. Changes comes to us and we have to make changes happen as per circumstances. Oh, I also see a good friend of mine, Bia Rokusova. Bia, wonderful. Nice to have you on the call. So, coming back to Carl Jung, he says, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. So, choice, my friends, plays a very important role in letting go of certain things that hold us. So, the question arises, and this is the episode that we try to handle this, is how to let go. Friends, letting go is about accepting what is happening right now and not worrying about what will come up tomorrow. So, acceptance plays a very important part in letting go. Now, how does it all start? Friends, it all starts in your mind. Now, as I said before, our mind is a center of divine creation. So, we need to make sure that we control our mind. And this is the first and the most crucial step that one should take to let go. I repeat, our mind. Now, the beauty there is it can either be our best friend, our mind can either be our best friend, or it could possibly be our biggest enemy. Now, friends, you and I know no one is perfect, and we all have made mistakes in the past. I raise my hand to that. Have made blunders in the past. However, we should remember that we are not the summation of our past experiences. The past, as they say, is history. The future is a mystery. We should remember that we are not the summation of our past experiences. There is always room for us to improve. We should make this intentional choice to not let past experiences define us. Yes, to a certain extent, past experiences do help us to become better in the future, but it should never be a residence for us to stay there and not move on. So, the more we let the thoughts come and go without attaching emotions to them, the better it is, and it helps us letting go and makes the process easier. So, friends, the first thing is try to control your mind. Check what is it that is going on in your mind. The second way how to let go is went out. Sonia says, I agree, letting go is hard. It's like holding the scorpion in your hand. The scorpion is biting, hurting, but we still hold on. Open your hand and let the scorpion go. Then we can move and grow. Absolutely. I say yes to her. In my coaching sessions, friends, I have come across numerous situations in the past where, uh, in as much as my client wants to set him or herself free, it's very difficult for them to detach themselves from the memories of the past. And I do understand them. So control your mind, Check where your thoughts are leading to. The next thing is vent out. Now, what do I mean by vent out? Allow the negative emotions to flow out. Friends, healthily expressing our emotions is the next step in the process of letting go of things. Now, I do understand that this might be difficult for many of us to take, but it is necessary. Now, how do we do it? Now, just in case, if you don't find help, the best way to vent out our emotions is to talk to a trusted friend, a close family person that you can confide, or even a counselor if need be. And here on the call, Dr. Sonia Smith does the same. Friends, it is okay to ask for help. It is perfectly all right in times of distress when you feel that you do not have the solution within you. It's okay to ask for help. All we need is to pray for a non judgmental person with a patient ear that can actually listen to us. It's okay to reach out. Having said that, if your fear of feeling negative emotion is causing you to avoid them in the first place, don't worry. You're not alone. You're not the first one, and you will not be the last one. In fact, Dr. Ramani Durvasula, an American clinical psychologist, a professor of psychology, a media expert, and author, says that many times people are afraid of feelings such as grief, anger, disappointment, sadness. Now, rather than feeling them, people just try to shut them out, which can disrupt the process of letting go. Feel your emotions, let them come out. Now, Dr. Ramani says that these negative emotions are like riptides. She reiterates, says, let them flow out of you. It may require mental health intervention. It's okay, but fighting them can leave you stuck. Friends, don't keep too much of garbage and luggage and baggage inside you. It will only make you heavy and it will only restrict your movements. Now, what I say by movements is I'm talking about your growth, your progression. Control your mind, went out. I have a friend of mine from Oman. Today, there are a lot of people showing up. Thank you so much. I've also got Adnan here. Hi, Adnan. Good. Greetings to Oman. Point number three that I would like to share out here is learn acceptance. Though this is difficult, it is a must to move on in life. Friends, we all go through rough phases in life where a friend betrays, a partner cheats, a owner tries to dupe you, okay, or you come in a situation which is not very favorable for you. Now it's very difficult to explain and get the understanding of why they did what they did in the first place. Why did they betray you? Why did they cheat you? Why, in spite of you being honest, in spite of you being upright, in spite of you being transparent, in spite of you being authentic, such things happen to you? Now, instead of questioning why they did that, once they have done it, they have betrayed your trust, they have hurt you, don't fight it. Try to accept the situation. Fully accepting the situation as it is without constantly wishing it would be different is the only way to getting on the road to being okay. Now, I have done that in the past. I've tried to argue. I've tried to find out the why, what caused was it me? Was it them? What was there an external influence and so on and so forth. Now, this basically drains your energy and takes you deeper into the pit of self-doom. Now, I know it's pretty common to find yourself reliving painful situations and going over every detail that makes you hurt. But is there an actual benefit there? I say no. Now, wishing that these moments were different will only prevent you from living a full life. Now, friends, you and I know, unfortunately, no one can undo the past. There is nothing that you can do to change previous outcomes. Let that sink deep into your spirit. You can't change yesterday. Accept the facts and stop going back to a moment that will forever be the same. As I said, yesterday is gone forever, and nobody knows about the tomorrow. So, what are we left with today? And if we are going to live today on the basis of our past experiences, and if those experiences are bad and are holding us back, you are indeed stuck. And as my mentor Paul Martinelli would say, stuck stinks. So, if these three initial points connect with you, and if you would like to share something on the chat as I am live here, I would love to see those comments and I would even share it with my audience. Peter says it leads back to overthinking and analyzing every single bits of the situation. Very true, but does it actually help? It's like something that is dead and gone. It has already done its damage. So going back will only make it even worse. So, friends, difficult as it may seem, learn to accept certain things in life. Point number four that I would like to share, how to let go, is one of the most important yet very difficult for many, and that is practicing forgiveness. Friends, this step is crucial, not just to please others, but to have peace with ourselves. I remember someone once described unforgiveness as a poison you drink, hoping that the other person will die. How bizarre. Practice forgiveness. As long as we don't forgive, people and experiences occupy a rent free space in our minds and is the root cause of our unhappiness. It ruins our happiness, it takes away our peace. It is not advisable to live life in resentment while the other person has moved on to live life happily. So, more than forgiving others, it is important to forgive ourselves to have that peace of mind in place. Again, a comment from Sonia Smith says, Dr. Sonia Smith says, acceptance. We are then left with looking at the situation and ask, what is the message for me in this situation? What can I learn about myself from the situation? Yes, when you're talking about acceptance, you've got to understand that it also gives us space to reflect. And reflection gives a lot of awareness. It's not about win or lose. Sometimes you win, but most of the time you learn, even in a situation that you do not have control on. Now, that's a very good perspective. So, in that essence, if we go along that line of thought, friends, there is never a loss. There is always a learning, and learning is always good. Practice forgiveness. Friends, give yourself permission to forgive. Now, I have seen in my lifetime people holding grudges for years and years and years. And are they happy? No way. The very mention of that particular person or that situation brings out the worst in them. And if you're talking about a person that they are finding it difficult to forgive, believe me, that particular person may be snoring deep in his sleep, not even knowing that there is somebody holding unforgiveness against him or her. Friends, do not wait for the other person to apologize just in case you are thinking that somebody is going to come back. Now, if they come back, well and good. But what happens if they don't? You're on a self destruction path. It can stall the process of letting go, and at times, that moment for some in expectations will never come in their lifetime. It has happened to so many people in the past. So rather than wait for somebody to come and apologize, why don't you put down your guard? Let your ego go, let your pride sink, and start working on your own forgiveness. All I know this is that forgiveness is vital to the healing process because it allows you to let go of anger, guilt, shame, sadness, or any other feeling you may be experiencing and helps you to move on. Now I do understand that you may be felt that you have been dealt very badly. Maybe even you're looking out for justice to eventually be done. And that's the reason why when it comes to forgiveness, you can even pray about it, because I do understand that it could be difficult for many. But in the process of practicing forgiveness, be gentle. Learn how to forgive and keep only with you the lessons that you learn from your mistake. As I said before, it is possible that sometimes the person who caused the offense, who caused the hurt, who triggered the pain is no longer in our lives. Perhaps they have simply moved on in life, or they may even have been dead. In situations like this, it may be of great benefit to see a counselor. As I said, it's okay to seek help, or even a trusted friend to receive the help needed to open up about the issue. For me, prayer works. And thus I would even suggest that think about, what is prayer. Prayer is not just a repeated recitation of certain things from a book or from memory. Prayer is a communication with a higher source of all knowingness, a higher energy wherein which you talk. And when you talk, what are you doing? You're going to point number two. You're venting out your emotions and you feel good about it. And over a period of time, you will yourself sense immense relief and lightness. And finally, friends, when you went out, when you try to control your mind, when you try to practice forgiveness, when you learn to accept the situation, okay, know for sure that live in the present. As I said, the word present, in fact, is a gift to us. The past is history, the future is mystery. And today, we have the only thing in the now. Let's learn to make the most of it. As you and I know that we do not have anything that is going to be constant with us forever. So we must make an effort every day to remember that today is the present that we have been gifted with, and we need to make the most of it. We need to allow ourselves to open up and enjoy what is unfolding right in front of us, rather than holding a grudge or something against somebody or a situation that happened in the past, and allowing the happiness to slowly ebb right in front of our eyes. Stay in the moment. Now, this includes all part of the journey, both easy and hard, good and bad. As I said, life is never a straight line. If it were to be a straight line, it's almost something as, that you're not expecting anything. It's dead. It's full of ups and downs. It's a journey. Enjoy the moment. So, how to let go? Control your mind, vent out your feelings, let it go. Be open to seek external help from friends, relatives whom you trust and are okay to listen you out. Learn acceptance, practice forgiveness, even if it means that you need to pray about it, even if it means that it's so difficult. And never forget that you need to live in the present. Now, just imagine the tree. Just like the tree is fully aware of the seasons and remains silent, watching its own leaves, a portion of itself, fall off to the ground, get trampled, and finally get buried in the earth. Now, is that an easy sight, just in case if the tree were to be a living being? No. But it knows that there is a time, there is a season that you must let things go so that new things will unfold. We are right now at the beginning of autumn. As me and my family go for a stroll, we trample on those leaves, beautiful colored leaves. We see the trees slowly shedding almost all their leaves in maybe around 6 to 7 weeks from now, and the winter sets in. But that too is for a period. And slowly, as spring comes up, we see new life, we see freshness. So let go of things that need to be let go, so that the old dies and there is new space, new opportunities for new and fresh things to come into your life. Here, I would like, in closing, share a quote from Steve Maraboli. He says, "The truth is, unless you let go, forgive yourself, forgive the situation, realize the past is over, you cannot move forward." Yes, Dr. Sonia Smith shares, she says that be gentle, be kind, because forgiveness does well for me as well as for the person to be forgiven. Yes, do not hold grudges against anybody. It's all about energy. It's all about the law of attraction playing its part out there. Coming back to Steve Maraboli, he says that the truth is, unless you let go, unless you forgive yourself, forgive the situation, forgive the person that offended you, realize that the past is over, you cannot move forward. And one thing I know is, one of the happiest moments in life is to let go of things that you cannot change. Friends, as I summarize and as I close this, I have this to say. To let go of past hurts, you need to make the conscious decision to take control of the situation by controlling your mind, your thoughts. However, this can take time and needs practice. So be kind, be gentle to yourself, as Peter and Dr. Sonia talks about it. Now, as you practice letting go, don't look for massive changes to happen instantaneously. No, it's not going to happen. Celebrate the small victories, the small releases, the small freshness, the small lightness that you experience. Remember, letting go isn't about having the courage to release the past. I repeat, letting go isn't about the courage to release the past, it's about having the wisdom and the strength to embrace the present. Everything in our lives has got a season, has got a time. You need to learn to let go. Friends, thanks so much for watching. You will find the references of what has been shared at the end of this talk. Feel free to use them further for your personal growth. Now, just in case if you have liked this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. There are more than 50 videos, and this video immediately in the next 15 minutes will be uploaded on my YouTube channel for you and for those who have missed this live show to watch. I'm so happy to just mention, and I just say thank you to all those people who have subscribed. I've got now 160 subscribers to my channel, and I've got a couple of messages sharing with me how they have been blessed. So thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your support. Remember, the win is always within you. I, Owen Fernandez, am here to help you be victorious. Friends, I believe in you. I believe you can overcome. I believe you can let go of things of the past that is holding you from progressing forward. And in case if you feel that you need some external help, together we can. So stay safe. See you on the next episode on Tea Time with Owen. Bye for now.